Good morning, everybody. Mike Nelson, CEO, Efficient Lending Incorporated. Happy May 22nd, Friday before, I believe, Memorial Day. So hope everybody's out there is doing okay in this pandemic, and hope everybody has a great weekend. Hey, weekly mortgage minute today. We're going to talk about overlays just for a few minutes and why they're important. First off, what are overlays? Overlays, when you do a conventional conforming loan or a government loan, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, whoever the agency is, they have what are called guidelines, and those guidelines you have to meet, and if you meet the guidelines, you qualify for the loan. So, for example, one of the guidelines, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, is loan-to-value ratios, LTVs over 80%, and you have to have private mortgage insurance, example of an overlay. So when, and why is that important? Let me back up. That's not an example of an overlay. That's an example of a guideline. What the overlay would be is when an investor decides, hey, you know what, we're going to put another layer of guidelines or qualifying criteria on top of the guidelines. So, for example, an investor might say, right now during the COVID pandemic, a self-employed borrower has to have 12 months of reserves. So that is an additional above and beyond what the guidelines from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac might be. That's called an overlay. Well, when COVID hit, a lot of investors, to mitigate and hedge risk, put a bunch of overlays on top of the guidelines. And here's the good news. What I'm seeing right now, and I thought this would happen when we started to emerge and the market stabilized, is I'm seeing overlays that the investors put on qualified conventional conforming loans. I'm starting to see those being relaxed. So the net is when the overlays are relaxed, the credit availability goes back to really what most of us experienced were prior to COVID. So overlays, just to recap, are additional criteria that the lender is putting above and beyond, or an investor above and beyond Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. Hope that makes sense. Love to chat with people, meet new people. If you have any questions, as always, give me a holler. Would love to answer any questions that I can. Thanks again for tuning in. I absolutely hope you have a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon.